Hello to you guys and welcome to Adam Family YouTube channel. Yes, earlier on I posted a picture of a young guy that was stabbed to death by the caretaker because of ordinary water. I posted that picture without even knowing who the guy is. But now I just found out that this particular person now is my brother. What a word. Yes, this is Abuchi, the son of John Nwaichaka from Ikenga, Anako, in Ayamelum local government area of Anambra State. He is a student of public administration, ND2, Federal Polytechnic, Oko. And yesterday, this boy here, this small boy you are seeing right now was stabbed to death by the caretaker because of water. How wicked can one be? You have the mind to stab your fellow human being with knife because of water, ordinary water. Eh? Okay, now, these people contributed money because they were lacking water in that particular lodge. The students have to now contribute money and give to the caretaker to go and pump water for them so that they will have water. The caretaker now went and pumped half and left with the other half of the money. Now the water did not last up to hours that is supposed to last. These students now have to come to you to ask you, why do you have to pump water and it will not last up to 12 hours when they have already paid for it? You got upset. And in the process, you want to show yourself, you want to show that you are the caretaker. You have to stab a student on the neck, on his neck. You stab him to the extent that he has to bleed to death. Just look at someone's son. You just wasted someone's son's life just like that. Eh? Now, these people, these particular landlords in local community are very wicked and mean. I just spoke to a friend now and she just told me how her own landlord chased her out of the lodge with a cutlass. A landlord chased a student that is living in his lodge out with a cutlass because of rent. Now let me break this down to you. Last year, 2020, students were supposed to graduate. We could not graduate because of coronavirus. Okay, the rent that we paid, they are all wasted. They become a waste. Okay, this year now, students have to pay another money in order for them to stay in that same lodge. They paid. In fact, most of the landlords insisted that they have to pay for a whole year, a full year, instead of even 6 months that they're supposed to stay. But meanwhile, some students were begging to pay for 6 months because with that 6 months, they will be able to at least take their exams and go. Some accepted and some did not. Now they have paid. When it's time for them to take exam, ASUP have to embark on another indefinite strike. This strike they have embarked on now means that since it's indefinite, nobody knows when ASUP is going to call off this strike. If ASUP had not embarked on this their useless strike, Abuchi would not have died. Because I'm sure by now Abuchi must have taken his exams and maybe by then he's out of that lodge. Oko supposed to start the exam 2 weeks ago. But because of this indefinite strike, because of this indefinite strike, the exams, they have to shift it. In fact, not even that they have to shift it till school resumes again. Now look at it. Abuchi, in his own lodge, not even that he went outside though, the caretaker, ordinary caretaker Nkete, has to stab Abuchi to death. When you now become a landlord, I wonder what you will do to people. Ordinary caretaker stabbed a student to death because of water that you're supposed to provide freely for the students in your lodge. If I begin to tell you the kind of things that students go through in that particular school, Federal Polytechnic Oko, if I begin to tell you what students go through in that school, everything you have to pay for it. I could remember when I went to fetch water because of ordinary 10 naira nkete. I could not get water. This woman will not allow me to fetch water because I was not having change, 10 naira to give to her. Oh yeah, Kukuma give me change, 500. She said she does not have. I should go back with my gallon. I left that place without any water. Now a student has given you money to pump water. You will still not provide that water. I think they need to call these people to order. You see all these landlords in Federal Polytechnic Oko, it is time for them, it is time to call them to order. Don't just jump into becoming a landlord if you cannot provide water and light for your students, for the students living in your lodge. Just imagine Abuchi, a little boy of yesterday, someone that his parents is struggling to send to school, someone that his parents is doing everything possible to make sure that he becomes a graduate. Do you know how they provide for him? Do you know what they go through just to provide for him and to make sure that he buys all the textbooks and every other thing and he's able to pay everything they're paying in that school? You just wasted his life just like that because you are the caretaker. Ordinary caretaker. The way we value life in this country, I just don't understand. We have no regard for life in this country. Once you are given any little authority like this or power like this, you exercise it as if now you be God. Ordinary caretaker. I learned that this same caretaker wanted to break somebody's head with iron the other day. If I begin to tell you the stress that students go through in this same school to survive, sometimes your parents will send you money for feeding. Before you know it, they will bring one bill or the other you have to pay. Students starve in that school just to survive. Students starve in that school just to pay for everything they have to pay in that school. If you think you have money, come to Federal Polytechnic Oko. If you think you know what school stress is, come to Federal Polytechnic Oko. Students are suffering in that school. They are really suffering in that school. And to make it worse, Oko community, their landlords are very wicked. These people should be called to order. I posted this thing without even knowing that this particular person is now my brother. My sister just came now and saw this picture and she started crying. Her friend for that matter. I'm just not happy. They better do something about this. So, in fact, this particular Ebuka, this caretaker, they have to provide him. They better start looking for him. They better go and find him because of water. You end somebody's life. No wahala. I got maybe basi. This time around, they got gasi. I go for just see general war for the go na.